Okay, I wanted to do one more video where I sort of introduce you to a house that a lot of people in the fragrance community, on YouTube at least, may not have heard of. I think he's a pretty popular guy on the Facebook groups, but not in YouTube so much. And I wanted to do him a very small favor of sharing my 50 subscribers with him, and talking a little bit about this really, really generous, great guy, whose name happens to be OG. OG stands for Offer Gabriel. He's the founder, along with a few other guys who call themselves the Wiseguys. Here's a picture of OG, by the way. That's OG. And then the other guys are, let's see, right there. He sent me a whole bunch of material along with them. Like, he sent me, let's see, sort of like a door thing. You can sort of put it on your door. A certificate of authenticity for the fragrance, a keychain from like a poker chip, because he currently lives in Las Vegas. And he also, Renaissance man, used to be Mr. Israel. He actually is Mr. Israel 1983. So he currently, he was born in Israel, came here, I believe worked in a couple of gyms, and in a few years managed to own his own, or run his own franchise, or own his own business, and now he seems to be very, very well established. Again, another picture of him, and I think this is a picture of one of his trainers with 10 fitness commandments, which I follow religiously. But I especially liked the poker chip keychain. And the thing that I shamelessly asked him for, and he very, very generously agreed to provide, was this. This is not just a sample. This is 10 mils. 10 mils of one of his fragrances. This is actually called, I believe it's the Wiseguys fragrance. You can see the nifty little logo on there. Filled all the way to the top. That the stuff that's missing, I actually sprayed earlier. I'm not going to review this fragrance in this video. This video is just to talk a little bit about OG, the Wiseguys, their whole sort of. Those Facebook groups are really full of some amazing business people who know how to put together a business idea. And the Wiseguys sort of catch line is spray it on and get mobbed. So they'll say, like, if you buy a bottle, we promise to protect you for life. If you don't buy a bottle, promise to drive up in your parking lot, with a black Cadillac, and maybe cap you in the knees or something. But of course, needless to say, it's a totally legit operation. No one's doing anything illegal. No one is actually a mobster or a gangster. Just want to put that out there. And if they were, I wouldn't say anything. But anyway, this is. I sprayed this earlier on myself. It was a little bit different than what I thought it would be. The only other person I know that has reviewed this scent on YouTube is Lanier Smith. Lanier Smith actually did the fragrance more justice than me. He actually dressed up and did the whole mobster accent and everything. You don't want me to do that. I'd ruin it. But he got on his skin some remarkably different notes than what I got on mine. I get some Italian bergamot, which he might have gotten too. A little bit caramel. There's some sweetness in here. And for my personal taste, it's just a tad much. Now, I don't do sweet at all. I know a lot of guys will say they don't like sweet fragrances, and what they really mean is they don't like very, very sweet, or like candied sweet. I don't really do much sweet at all. So if you're a guy that can handle a little bit of caramel or just a tiny bit of sugar, this is going to be something you want. Once that caramel and sugar, well, the caramel note never really goes away, but you end up getting a little bit of leather, a little bit of, let me see what other notes are covered in here. Cinnamon. Definitely get cinnamon. And the lovely thing about this is you get a bourbon that is, I've had some bourbon in my time. You can get bourbon that's hard and it goes down really hard and is like a task to drink. This is the kind of bourbon that is full of caramel and like oak, and that has been aged properly. It's just got that. Sometimes you smell even high-end niche fragrances. You smell them and you're like, ooh, that's the kind of boozy that's like 2:00 in the morning right after a bar boozy. That's not. No, this is like, $40 for a shot glass kind of bourbon. This is really, really nice. And it's also the kind of boozy that doesn't smack you in the face. However, even though it doesn't smack you in the face, this is 20% concentration of oils. 20%. If you're not familiar with your concentrations, that is high, even I think for an eau de parfum. And this is an eau de parfum, by the way. It's a very, very nice fragrance. I didn't have much time to test it today, which isn't why I want to say too much about it. It's going to get its own video. But I do want to say, for the rest of the month, I do plan to have my video up before then, so you can get sort of a more well-rounded idea of what I think about the fragrance. But for the rest of the month of September 2015, OG is offering this fragrance at a discount, at a big discount. He's offering, it comes in a bottle that's 60 ml, 2 ounces, and he's offering it for $45, plus $5 shipping and handling. So, 2 ounces of this fragrance, which is, if you love bourbon, a sweet bourbon with like some undertones of caramel and a top of, that citrusy bergamot, you're gonna love this stuff. You're gonna love this stuff. And I think 2 ounces for $50, which only is gonna last you, 2.5 more weeks. That offer. You got to jump on this. Anyone who does boozy at all, and I'm not just talking guys, this is totally unisex. Jump on this. It's lovely. It's just make sure that you can handle a little bit of sweet, and you're gonna really, really like it. In fact, I think I'm going to mention this to a few of my friends in the fragrance community. on Facebook about this who may or may not be familiar with him already. Popular guy in the fragrance community on Facebook for a very good reason. I saw him on pretty much everyone's friends list, and then I checked out his profile and I realized, oh, he has a fragrance line of his own. Well, no wonder. I shamelessly hit him up. Could I try this? And he said, I'll send you a sample. I'll send you 10 mils of it, and I'll send you some of our promotional material. And if you have any questions, here's my phone number. He gave me his phone number to call him. Just a nice guy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you the link to his Facebook page in the drop-down box. As far as I know, a Wiseguys Cologne doesn't have a Facebook page all of its own. Most of his own stuff is about his gym and another aspect of his business. But if I'm missing something, please let me know, and I'll definitely update the links. But you were very, very generous to give this to me free of charge, and the least I can do is spread the word about it. Boozy, leathery, slightly sweet. Go out and check it out. The Wiseguys Cologne. Bye, guys. Talk to you later.